I got your bitch. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Corner doing dope.
Yeah, hey, I was wondering if you guys would take trade for a PS5. And I know you don't have any, but I'm just saying, like, I really need a PS5. No, I would pretty much do anything. No, I mean like anything. Yeah, both hands. Yeah. Oh, this mouth will do it. Huh? No, I gotta go. Listen. Well, just call me. Okay. All right. I got to go. Bye. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack, willing to do dirty shit for a PS5. I'll show you what the mouth do. I don't care at this point. I'm desperate, guys. I'm desperate. I'm turning into a $5 crack whore for a PS5, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm going to do dirty, nasty things for one. I don't even care anymore. It's whatever. You know what? I'm past the point of pride. I don't give a shit. I'm here and I'll do it. So you, Reverend, no, get behind. No, don't get behind me, Reverend. Listen, thank you guys for being here. I'm super excited about today. We made it to a Friday. Another week in the books. Can you believe we've hit episode 95? We are 5 away from 100. Next week on Friday, episode number 100, 3 hours. And I'm going to try to get my guys, your guys, Joel and Nick, to join me on the show. Now, obviously, Nick can't join until after 4 o'clock, so I get that. And maybe Joel will join us from 3 to 4. Then Nick, like last time, will join from 4 to 5. And we'll just have a good old time and, see what happens. Now, hopefully that happens. That's the plan. But until then, you're stuck with me. And I'm super excited because today on the show, joining me on the show, Kelly Iko is going to be here in hour number 2. So look, I'm going to be honest with you. Hour number 1, some sports, okay? Little bit of sports. But hour number 2, very Rockets and sports heavy, NBA heavy for sure, because that's what Kelly Iko specializes in. But listen, I wanted to go to the source. I wanted to go to the guy that goes to the guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kelly is an insider. He knows his shit. He's being quoted all over the country when it comes to anything and everything Rockets. So we're lucky enough to be able to get him on this show for an entire hour and pick his brain and get his insight, not just into this team, on the players, but what's going on in the front office, what's going on behind the scenes, and what's going on in the NBA as a whole. So I'm looking forward to that. Also on the show, hey, where the hell did my show updates go? Well, I fucked that up. Hey, listen, on the show, we're going to talk a little bit of Astros, NFL, we'll cover the basics, but don't expect a ton of sports in hour number one because we still got lawn talk. We got to talk food. We got to talk about the show and really about the deckheads and how amazing you guys are. So we're going to get to that as well. But before we do that, I've got to give a shout out to the chat. You guys are why I'm here. You guys are the reason that this show exists. You make this show exist. So I always like to start off by saying thank you and what's up to you guys. I did see Chris Householder was first in the chat again, and you guys are just going to have to be better. I mean, House is just womping y'all's asses when it comes to being first in the chat, and I don't know what to tell you anymore. It's not even close. House is the New England Patriots of being first in the chat, and the rest of you guys are the fucking Texans, okay? That's all I'm saying. But I do see Total Dallas. What's up? Billy Keller, my dude. Sergio, welcome, man. He said he got to pre-order his PlayStation from Sony today. I hate you, but I'll show you what this mouth do for it. Terrence J. Clarence Marshall, what's up? John Dory, the Reverend Chris Householder. Lisa, sweet Lisa, what's up, girl? Alan Denson is in the building. Scott Hanza, hello, how are you? Tell your wife, don't be mean to me. P. Jones, and I'm not going to say her name because she said I had to say her name, and you guys know, once you tell me I have to do something, pretty much going to do the opposite. So that's never going to happen now. P. Jones, what's up, buddy? Who else is here? Cowboy Fam, I see you. Fidel Limon is here. Brandon Martinez is here. Robert Likes Beer is here. Hey, Robert. No beer today, buddy. Usually on Fridays I'll do beer. And as you guys know, on Fridays, we definitely drink around here. We definitely have some alcohol. Today I'm rocking with Bacardi. I don't know why. I'm a whiskey guy. I've got some proper number 12 up there, but we're going to rock with Bacardi and Coke today. It's what we're doing. I got a fresh can of Diet Coke. I got some Bacardi. Let's figure this shit out. So that's what we're rocking with today. No beer today. Robert Likes Beer. Who else is here today? Donna, my sweet Donna. Sweetie, I hope you had an amazing and wonderful birthday. I really do. And thank you for hanging out with us last night and being mean. Donna is the motivator we all need. Total Dallas, what's up, man? Thanks for playing last night. Justin Swinford is here. All right, that's what's up. Terrence J. I mentioned Luisa Leia, another one of our chat moderators, along with Chris Householder and Jeremy Benninger, so it's good to see him. I think I mentioned Justin Swinford. Rudolph Rodriguez, what's up, dude? Jen, hi, Jen, my sweet Jen. I still need to get with you in house. We got to get this done. Jeremy Benninger, I mentioned. Eric Resendez, dude. Eric, I took your $34 and sent it to St. Jude. So thank you for being a man of your word and paying $34. If you guys missed it, he said Texans would beat the Chiefs, and if they didn't, he would donate $1 for every point the Chiefs score to whatever we wanted to donate it to. He sent me $34. And since the art teacher gave us an update and said she's just been overwhelmed with art supplies, I went ahead and sent the $34 to St. Jude. So thank you for doing that, Eric. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Trucker Taco is in the building. Oh shit, Cowboy Travis here. Truck driver Pookie, Francisco Abarca is here. Thanks for sharing the show on Twitter. I appreciate that. You and Justin Kilm do a great job along with Alex Villanueva. You guys really do a ton of promotional work for me on Twitter, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys for always sharing this stuff. Who else is here? Who else? G-Man. What's up, G-Man? G-Man always with the wave. And if you guys don't know the history, G-Man, first super chat ever. So the men will go down and bury on deck lore. Mimi, what's up, sweetie? How are you? Boy, all of the females are showing up. I dig that. Rick C is here. Who else? Penguin Katie is here. Barely made it, she said. Thank God you didn't miss the intro song. Sean R is here. Gregory Vega Jr. What's up? Tell Pops I said hello. What up, Junior? Speaking of juniors, what's up, Vicente? How are you, buddy? Thanks for being here. By the way, the truck looked great. It was good to see that. Thanks for the pick. Frank Ruiz is here. Stephen Luther is here. What else? Joshua Watt. Diamata, my dog. Walmart sold out in 30 seconds. See, those are bots. That's bullshit. Those aren't human beings buying in 30 seconds. Not possible. Those are fucking bots, and they can all kiss my ass. Matt Poche is here. Who else? Cool Breeze. What's up, Marsha? What's up? Drew Anderson, my dog. What it do? Brian Lamb. Hello, sweetie. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's get through this. All right. There are 19 people who need the thumbs up. Yes, let's do it. 19. By the way, can I just say thank you guys? I just, in an effort to keep this show evolving, I'm trying to, I spend a lot of time studying what other YouTubers do and all the shit. Hey, Cece, how are you, sweetie? I almost missed you. My apologies. Thank you for being here. I always try to watch and either mimic what other successful shows and channels are doing, or what people that supposedly know what they're doing on YouTube do. And one of the things I noticed is I watch these Call of Duty Warzone channels, right? And guys like J God and Iceman Slim, or I don't know, that's KD at prom. I'm sorry, but we're gonna get to that. But there was these guys. They always say, "Hey, I'm trying." So the goal for today's video is 600 likes, which I'm like, bro, 600 likes? Are you fucking kidding me? So I was like, well, let me just see if we can get to 100, because they always say you got to mention it. You guys got us to 110. I fucking love you. I love you for that. So I need to do that more often, because it lets me know too, there are more than normally on a day that I don't even ask for it. And you guys are good about it in the chat reminding everybody, but normally we'll get 70 to 80. So just me kind of mentioning it a couple times can get the extra 20 people to go, oh shit, I forgot I do like this. That helps. So I appreciate you guys doing that. And of course, we have our one thumbs down. Welcome to the show. What up, Stephen Luther? So yeah. Oh, Sergio says he likes watching These Knives Only. Is that Warzone? Oh shit. CC, are you moving? That sucks. Okay. First of all, let me get this drink poured. And I'm not shooting Bacardi. You guys can suck that. And that is not happening. Richard Vales, what's up? Better late than never, everybody. Now, this Bacardi has been sitting. Does Bacardi get old? Because it's been sitting in our liquor cabinet forever. So I don't know how bad this is going to taste. This could be pretty fucking disgusting, actually. And I don't think I've ever had rum and diet, but that sounds like some shit I would do. So we're going to power through this no matter what. Even if it's awful, we're going to drink it. Cheers to you guys. I love you to death. Thank you for being here. Episode 95, here we go. Oh, okay. You know what? That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Shit, I ain't mad at that. Oh, shit. Woo! Gabriel, you helping CC move? You are a gentleman and a scholar, my friend. Thank you for helping one of our fellow deckheads get it done. You are the man. All right, now, as you know, every Friday we do something special. I do the updates for the show. I give you the latest Patreon members, which I want to go ahead and do that right now and say thank you to Drew Anderson, Hugh, Chris Jones, Cody Wilk. Thank you guys, who's Mash Your Taters, if you just saw him on the Discord. Thank you guys for joining the Patreon. We are now at 129. Guys, 3-hour Fridays is looking better and better like a reality. We've lost a few, and that happens at the first of the month when people get their bills. They're like, yo, what? Oh, I forgot about this cat. Fuck this guy. And then they cancel, so the numbers go down. But as more of you join the Patreon to help support myself and this show, the closer we get to 200, the closer we get to always doing 3 hours on Friday. So we could be doing 3 hours today, but we're going to get there. We're close. So thank you guys for being the latest Patreon members. In fact, Cody just signed up literally hours ago to hop on the Discord and be able to play Warzone with us. So that's dope. Much appreciated. Thank all of you that are members, not just the newest ones, but I do like to give them a special shout out because that is part of the perks of joining the Patreon movement. Now, another show update. I just got to say, you guys did it again. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the deckheads. You people, yeah, I said it. You people are fucking amazing. As you know, Mrs. Maroof, I guess I'm saying that right, is a teacher. She's an art teacher at Katy, and supplies are limited. And she was having a difficult time. As you know, teachers a lot of times have to buy their own supplies. Well, given the fact that we're in a pandemic, students can't share supplies. Art supplies can be expensive. So Mrs. Dutka, I guess, knows Mrs. Maroof, put out the call on the internet, and Penguin Katie brought it to my attention that, listen, this teacher needs some help. So I donated. I asked you guys to donate, and lo and behold, Mrs. Maroof's art class has been inundated with art supplies, and she sent out a letter. And she said, I just wanted to share with you my excitement and spread the appreciation of the generosity and kindness that's out there. Thanks to Mrs. Dutkas for spreading the word. Somehow the art class has been bombarded with the basic supplies list for art class, boxes and boxes and boxes. See the pictures attached. Thank you so much, Mrs. Dutka, for taking the time to spread the word, and please spread the word back of how much we appreciate it all. I just wanted to keep all of you in the loop and give out the thank yous where needed. Thank you so much to all the classroom teachers for doing what they do. But listen, you guys made this happen. You can see by the pictures, she got tons of art supplies, and my heart is full for that. So thank you guys again for your generosity, deckheads. Every time that something is needed, you guys are there and you step up, and it's amazing. It's wonderful. And I thank you guys for continuing to be wonderful human beings. And speaking of that, I do want to say, who's fancy, huh? What? Look at that. Barry on Deck is officially sponsoring the Bel Air Little League Baseball. The LSU Tigers is our baseball team, guys. We have a franchise. Oh my God. We have a baseball franchise, and it is all 100% thank you to Virginia Buttonweed for making it happen, from financing it to thinking of it to getting it done to making it all possible. I couldn't be more proud to have my name on a shirt than I am for this one. It's amazing. It's really cool. I would toast to them, but I feel like that would violate some law somewhere where, you don't, kids and drinking and all that. But I just want to say, go Tigers. And I'm really looking forward to the season. I plan on getting out there and watching a game for sure. I'm going to try to get me a jersey. It's just, I'm thrilled and I'm over the moon about it. So thank you, Virginia Buttonweed, for making that happen. It's the coolest thing ever. He posted the pictures originally on the Discord. As I mentioned earlier, we have new Patreon members that signed up that are have access to the Discord. And if you want to join the Patreon movement, just go to patreon.com/Barry on Deck. You sign up. And when you do, you have different tiers you can join. So for as little as $2 a month, you can join. It's $24 a year. You get access to the Discord. You get some swag. You get discounts on future merchandise like shirts and koozies and shot glasses and everything else. And then as you move up in the tiers, the swag gets better, the discounts get higher, and the perks get better. Like when you're in the middle tier, you can get an audio version of the show. And then when you get to the top tier, you get a picture of Oliver and everything else. And it's much appreciated no matter what. So if you want to join. I understand. If you don't, I get it. But I do appreciate you listening every day. So there's your show updates. I do have to give a special shout out to Keith Sager. Every Friday, I get a Venmo from Keith for $5. And he says, this is for Lawn Talk. And so I just want to say shout out to you, Keith. I got a good one today. It's all about weed eating. I love it. I'm fucking pumped about this topic. So I also want to say thank you to Alex Villanueva for the PayPal, buddy. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Alex, you are generous, you are kind, and you continue to support the show and through PayPal, and I really appreciate it, man. I really do. And sometimes I don't see it or it's late and I forget, but I want you to know every time how much it means to me, man. So thank you very much, Alex Villanueva. You are the man. Alex said, I paid my toll on PayPal. Oh, no, I just got it. No, Brian, not that weed. Not that weed. Drew, I don't think we can make Little League trades. I don't think that's a thing. But when I go, if I see how they play, we may have to be trading some kids. I mean, I'll do it. If I have to. If I have to sign free agents. Well, listen, I want to build a winning franchise. And if I have to take trash cans to the park, I'll do that too. But the goal is a Little League World Series or bust. That's it. So, Brandon Martinez said, is there a fourth tier that House is a part of that gets him first in the chat every day? No. That's just him being ready, bro. That's just him camping on the site. Like, I don't know. There's literally, one day I'm going to show you. I'm going to film me getting ready and when I push go live and then when I go there, and you will see that there's literally no, he just camps on it. I don't know what to tell you, man. He said just greatness. All right. Was that all the stuff that I needed to mention today? I believe it was. I think that is it. I got the Patreon. I got Keith. I got Alex. Fuck it. Let's get into some sports. Here's your sports headlines for the day. Giannis Antetokounmpo wins his second straight MVP award. And I meant to... Total Dallas sent me a tweet that had a picture of the actual voting. So let me grab that for you guys because I found it to be a bit interesting. I found it to be... Here, let me drag this. So Giannis wins his second straight MVP, I should say. Here's how the voting shook out, all right? And let's see. So you had Giannis with 85 first place votes. LeBron James got 16 first place votes. Nobody else got a first place vote. It was between those two. Second place votes, you had Giannis with 16, LeBron with 84, James Harden had 1. So apparently they're still letting Bill Worrell vote. Third place votes, James with the most at 64. Then you see from there, and there's your point totals. It was really not even close. Giannis in a landslide, 962 to 753 for James. LeBron James second, and then James Harden third with 367. Pretty big discrepancy between 1 and 2, and definitely between 2 and 3, and as you make your way down. So what this says that James Harden is one of the 3 best players in the NBA. That's what it says, right? Listen. How valuable are you if you don't do shit in the playoffs? I'm just wondering that. Now, Giannis didn't do anything either. I get it. And this is a regular season award. But I really think MVP, Joel has been preaching this. Joel Blank from The Usual Suspects, now of the Press Box. Joel has been preaching this forever, but the MVP in basketball should include the postseason. And I agree with him. Because your value is the regular season, but your value really becomes more important in the postseason. And you can see from this list, based on this, who's the most valuable? Well, LeBron would be 1, Anthony Davis 2, Nikola Jokic is 3 because he's left, Jimmy Butler 4, Jason Tatum 5. Those are of all the guys that were voted for on MVP, that's who's left. That's whose team is still playing for the opportunity to win a championship, which is the highest value in the NBA. So I think if you want to get accurate, if you want to have a legitimate most valuable player, now you could put best, or not best. What's the word? There's a thing that they use when these discussions comes up about MVP. But yeah, if you want to, who had the best season, statistically, who was the best player or whatever, that's different. But value? Because really, LeBron should win this every year. I mean, we all agree on that, right? I mean, LeBron is legitimately the most valuable individual in the NBA. Like, that's just, Giannis might be second, but LeBron is definitely the most valuable. Because guess what? He wins in the postseason. He gets to the postseason. He gets to finals. That's how that works. So this year, Jimmy Butler's going to get to a finals. That's going to happen. All right, let's get back to our sports headlines. I'm sorry, I didn't have my little stream deck done today. But the Bucks, Bruce Arians said Chris Godwin is doubtful for the Panthers game. I had to find Chris Godwin doubtful. And that is according to the coach. So it says he's still going through the protocol. That was part of the protocol. If you recall, he suffered a concussion and entered the concussion protocol on Wednesday. So if you're, wondering about, look, there's another weapon in Tampa that may not be available to Tom Brady. So Cincinnati Bengals tight end CJ Uzomah tore his Achilles last night in the game, out for the season. If you watched the game, you probably saw that. And if you watched basketball last night, then shit got a little crazy. Got like a little wild. The Celtics are downplaying it, but in the locker room, Marcus Smart and Marcus Smart got into it and started yelling at his teammates as he left. As he was leaving the locker room, he yelled, "Y'all are on some bullshit." And then, Smart and others tried to downplay it later. Jason Tatum said it was no big deal. Brad Stevens said it was no big deal. Stephen A. Smith, whom I'm not a big fan of, but he does have some inside knowledge, Stephen A. Smith said that, look, what's going on in there was because Marcus Smart took a three-point shot, an ill-advised three-point shot when you had Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and other guys open who had been knocking them down and making them more consistently. So it was a bad three-point shot, and he got called out for it, and he didn't like it, and it pissed him off. Well, that's basketball. Get over it. But this is not that. What this is a team that knows, oh, shit, we just got punched in the mouth twice. Both games against the Heat, the Celtics have had double-digit leads and squandered them and lost. And that's the NBA. I mean, your leads aren't safe in the NBA. Everybody knows that. But the Heat are just a better basketball team right now. The Heat are just, they look unstoppable in the East. It's going to be interesting to see when they play the Lakers how well they play against them. But right now, the Heat look unstoppable. Not saying they're going to run the table, but they look unstoppable. So, a couple other headlines for you. Oh, wrong button here, man. I need to get my Stream Deck shit together. The Jets, Jamison Crowder is having hamstring issues. He will be out versus the 49ers. And I thought this was very interesting. Oh, y'all heard Stuttering Oliver? No starting quarterback in week 1 was injured or benched. So every penciled in starting quarterback played in the NFL in week 1, and that is the first time that has happened since 2011. And we all know why, right? I mean, no preseason. And you know what? You can't get benched in the preseason. You can't get hurt in the preseason if it doesn't exist. So the fact that they're like, all right, everybody be careful in practice. Nobody touch the quarterback. Everybody chill the hell out. And then come game time, all 32 quarterbacks that were scheduled and penciled in to be number ones started the game. So 9 years since that happened. Now I saw God dang it. I'm not shooting at Bacardi. I don't think I've ever shot Bacardi. Fine, I'll let you pick, House. What do you want me to shoot? You want me to shoot this proper number 12 or do you want me to shoot the Bacardi? I'll do it. I'll shoot anything. But I'm not going to like it. I missed the chat. Looked like there was a, oh my God. What is this $5 Friday challenge? What is I don't understand this. What, House, I'll go look at the Discord in a second. What is this? $5 Friday challenge. What is it supposed to be, PK? Francisco said I need to get in good with the grandmas on the Little League team so I can get a PS5 sugar mama. Shit. Francisco already said, I'll show you what that mouth do. I'm telling you guys, I'm desperate. This is whatever. Terrence said my dad cut my leg with one when I was little, so fuck weed eating. Okay. All right. I get it. Let's see. I'm not surprised Harden didn't get a first place vote. I'm a little surprised. Let's see. Yeah, Donna said, what are we challenging? $5 to Barry. I mean, that works for me. So House it with the first super chat. Actually, yeah, first super chat. Keith Sager beat you on that, House. Keith Sager was the first to donate $5, but he did his via Venmo. But so he got you there. He got you first, but I'm not doing this many shots. Jen, thank you, sweetie. Jen said $5 on Venmo. She said, happy Friday, go Browns. Okay, I dig that. Big win for Cleveland. Big win for Cleveland. Chubb looked good. Shit, Baker Mayfield, a.k.a. Johnny Manziel, the second looked good. Go Browns. I ain't mad at their success. Now, can we talk for a moment about the fans in the stands? There's only 600 people in the fucking stands and they're fighting. Look, there was a fight in the game between Browns fans with 600 people a total in a stadium that probably holds 50. 600. What was that? 1%? 10%? I don't know the math. Yes, it's 1%. I hate y'all. They still fought, Jen. Come get your people. Please, come get your people. But thank you for the Venmo, sweetie. Much appreciated. Donna also sent a Friday $5 challenge from PK. Thank you, sweetie. Donna, you the best. You are always supportive. Thank you. And then Pingo Katie with the Friday. At least it wasn't Friday. Y'all know that kind of shit I hate that kind of stuff. But now I'm not doing a shot. I will be on the floor. The rest of this show, you guys won't even see me. I'll be down there. And then I'll say inappropriate shit. So what did Hal say? Am I shooting what am I shooting? Proper 12. Get rid of that trash. All right. No, I do agree with that. So let's do the proper 12. And it's going to be a full shot. Oh, it's going to be a massive. Oh, my God. I'm already. All right, here we go. Be safe. Be kind. Love each other. And thank you guys for being deckheads. I love you. Boom. Here's to you. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. I think I just shot motor oil. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Brandon Gary, that was your idea. That shit is awful. I mean, awful. Oh. Thank you, PK. You're all, you have no idea how appreciative I am of this. Okay. God damn, that made my eyes water. Was that a man shot? Thank you, Donna. You're the best. All right, let's what did I have here? There was something. Oh, you know what? So I wanted to. We're not going to do sports right now. We're going to do something a little bit. And now, this is unplanned, but you guys know how I am. I have ADD, and then you make me start drinking, and shit happens. And I still have a bunch of stuff scheduled. I have Astros box scores. You don't give a shit about Astros box scores, do you? I didn't think so. I have a Texans preview. You guys don't give a shit about a Texans preview. You know that the Ravens are going to beat them. You know that Lamar Jackson's going to run roughshod over that Texans defense and probably throw for 97 touchdowns. And Deshaun Watson's going to do his best to hang in there, but somebody's going to get hurt in that receiving core, and then they're going to remember they have an extra weapon in Randall Cobb that they forgot about, and it's just going to be ugly. I have a feeling it's not going to be a pretty game. So there's your preview, right? Texans are an underdog, big surprise. Last night, while playing Call of Duty Warzone, at some point, I guess in the chat of the game, you know, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Barry is funny. Last night, they started talking about prom, apparently. And I was missing the chat because I was so involved in being awful at this game and getting angry. I realize now I have an anger problem, by the way. Oh, my God, I get so mad. I'm the worst. I'm the poorest loser you've ever met. If I'm losing, I realize now, oh my God, I get so angry. So last night during the gaming, let me pull up the Discord here. Maybe I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So last night during the gaming, they started talking about prom. And I guess there was like this prom picture challenge where they wanted to post... They wanted to post pictures of each other in the general. Now, again, I want to remind you real quick. That if you want to be a part of the Deckhead family on the Discord server, which you see on your screen, it's right up there. Oh, it's right up there. You see that? That's the Discord. That's what you're missing out on. All these different channels of, what do we got? You've got community stuff where we talk about giving back to each other. Let me move this over here. You've got the fantasy football talk or fantasy sports talk, food talk, general health and wellness where we're holding each other accountable and do water checks and lawn talk, memes and videos, movies, politics, music, pets, you name it. There's a channel for it. We hang out. You can even participate in show talk where you can give me feedback. You can be like, man, today's show sucked. I didn't like this. I like when you do that. You should do more of this. I have an idea. Listen, Jen, no, nothing is sacred. If you put it on the Discord, it might as well be public. But I need to show the people. I gotta show the people. I have to show the people. So the prom pictures started being posted, and this is what the Discord looks like. So it's real easy to navigate. There's channels on the left, and then it's like a message board. You post messages as you see fit. You can post pictures, videos, you can talk, you can vote, all these things, right? Oh no, Jen, you owe us a prom pic. You owe us a prom pic, okay? Now, here we go. So I'm waiting. I want you guys to see as I scroll down. There was apparently a prom pic challenge, and so here's your first prom picture. Here's your first prom picture. This is this is a picture of Chris Householder, and his prom date, who was a grown-ass woman, apparently. Look, and by the way, I'd like to point out that House told me that his date had to take her heels off. I said, House, you had to climb 2 stories to get to second base, bro. Total Dallas was like, why is her butt in your stomach? She's so much taller than House. Oh my God. He had to jump to kiss her. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so funny. Look at House too. He's like, this bitch is so big. She's so tall. Whatever's Clever said, he's dating the principal. Oh my God. Oh my God. And y'all feel free to roast along with me, because I'm gonna roast the shit out of y'all for these pictures. Oh my God. So this is Chris Householder and his Amazon date. This big ass House is dating this grown ass kid. Look at this woman. Oh my God. House didn't marry this woman. He didn't. It's not the baby mama. But fun fact, if you saw the video of the 6-year-old kid that was 7 foot tall, that's his mom. That's his mom right there. So, oh my God. Oh, she was 6'1", he said. 6'1". Oh my God. Said white men can jump. If they want to kiss goodnight, they better jump. Look at this big ass woman. Okay. Oh my God, we got more to get to. Oh, hey, that's not even the best one. Are y'all ready for KD? Are y'all ready for Chris? I don't think you're ready. I really don't think you're ready. I know I got, listen, I got a super chat that I need to get to. And I'm going to do it because y'all are not ready for Chris Davis. Y'all are not ready for this. I'm telling you right now, y'all are not ready for this. Truck and Taco, thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. I appreciate your support so much. You're very generous, and this is outstanding. So thank you guys, man. Thank you all for being here. Y'all ain't ready for Chris. I'm telling you right now. Here we go. I mean, get ready, folks. Get ready, because this shit right here. Bam! Look at that shit. This is Chris Davis at prom. I was like, bro, you look like an extra in Django Unchained. What is this shit? He looks like a Quaker Oats Snoop Dogg. What is House? Get your boy. Come, KD, what are you doing at this prom? Bro, look now, it gets better, folks. It gets better. Look, Brandon Martinez said KD reminds me of a vampire in Brooklyn. Oh my God. Oh, look, he does. He looks like a fucking Snoop Dogg Quaker Oats version. Like, he looks like an 18th. No, here, listen. It gets better. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Let me open this in a new tab and zoom in. How do you zoom in on, oh my God, let's just save this. Let's just drag this down and let's get this full screen as big as we can. Look at KD, y'all. This is your man, Chris Davis, pimped out. Now, I want to say something because this man said he named these women. This Quaker Oats pimp, Snoop Dogg looking dude, he said, I asked the women if they were okay with me naming them, and they said yes. So I called them Nutritious and Delicious. Yo, KD, you look, oh my God, bro. Y'all, this is Chris Davis. This is your man's. This is, oh my God. That is absolutely the funniest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. He looks like an 18th century pimp. He does. He looks like a pimp from the old days. Like, dost thou have my money, bitcheth? Like, oh my God, Katie, that is hilarious. Now, here comes Penguin Katie's picture. Here is Penguin Katie's. And I just want to say, shout out to PK. Who knew she went to prom with Mike Golick, huh? Who knew that, wow, that's so awesome that your prom date was Mike Golick? That is so badass, PK. Good for you. Oh my God, this is so great. All right. Now, Jen didn't post hers. Now, Katie posted an extra pic. And somebody's like, oh shit, is that Robert Griffin the third? I was like, no, bro, that's Robert Griffin 2.5. He didn't make it to Robert Griffin the third. And then someone said it looks like the Dumb and Dumber suit. Oh, y'all are killing it. Oh my God. Look at this shit. Look at this blue ass vest. Katie said, wait a second. I'm just getting back in. Oh shit. Katie, bro, you Quaker old Snoop Dogg pimp looking 18th century hoe having Dumb and Dumber vest wearing fool. Oh my God. This shit is so great. Oh, so that's your boy KD. So we Claire said he looks like Randy Watson. Oh my God. So we've got House, okay? We've got Householder said Katie looks like the preacher from Coming to America. Oh my God. Look at this shit. Look, they even have it looks like an old book. Pimpeth, the 18th century pimp. Oh my God. Look at the shoes. Look, oh, hold on. Let me zoom in on these shoes. First of all, let's get it back out to here to a little bit. First of all, Katie, look, you did good. I mean, you did good. Both of them are beautiful. But bro, can we talk about these shoes for a second? Hold on. Look, can we talk about these shoes for a second? What on earth are you doing with them white and black? You look like a smoothie criminal. Not a smooth criminal. You look like a smoothie criminal, bro. Oh, this is so great. So that's Katie's prom pic. Let me get back here. Now, I posted mine. So to be fair, I know y'all say that I'm roasting everybody. So to be fair, I posted mine pic as well. This was, okay, so that was last night. That was last night when they posted everybody posted their prom pics. Let's see. Yep. So here was Hugh's pic. That's not prom, but you could tell Hugh. So this is Steve-O, aka Hugh, and that's a picture of him as a kid. And he blurred the family out because he's apparently adopted. I don't know why he did that. I guess he didn't want us to see the rest of his family. This is Fidel Lamone's high school picture. Bro, you look like you got booted out of LMFAO. Oh, this is so great. Oh my God. Now, I decided that in all fairness, here's Clarence, by the way. Clarence looked like if MC Hammer and Young MC had a kid. This is what would happen if Young MC and MC Hammer had a baby. They would have Clarence. That's oh my God, look at Clarence. Bro, you look like Clarence looks like he's holding that book like, one day I'm gonna learn how to read this. I got these glasses. I can't even read these words. Oh my God. Clarence had to borrow somebody's Letterman jacket. He's like, letters, what are those? All right, so here's Clarence at prom. Clarence apparently went to prom with somebody's mother. Clarence, who's this old ass young lady? Oh my God, this is so great. Y'all, these are the best. Look, see, that's it. I said that last night, Brandon. I said KD looked like Motown Philly if there was no Motown, if it was just Philly. Clarence does look like a Boyz II Men fan. Oh God. Now here's Josh with his grandpa. So I'm not even gonna roast that. There ain't nothing to roast there. That's just a good quality picture, except for the fact that he's wearing Jinko jeans. Them pants are big as hell, Josh. What did you do, bro? What in the white tie? Oh, what are you putting on the Ritz with that tie? Come on, dog. Okay. So this is the shit that happens on the Discord. This is why I tell you guys you need to get on the Discord. Oh, I'm having so much fun, Josh. This is the best. By the way, burn that tie if you haven't already. All right. Yeah, and Chucks. So here's Total Dallas. Here's Total Dallas, aka the Equate Kid and Play. Yo, Total Dallas, bro. Oh my God, you look like a kid if he just got out of, like, I don't know, if he just got out of rehab. Bro, it's like, why does you look, it looks like somebody photoshopped a 6-year-old kid's head on a grown man's body. What is up with that suit, dog? Your shoulders. Wait, he looks like a fucking hip hop Herman Munster. Right. Oh my God. Okay. Now listen. Hold on. Oh God, this is the best. Here's Charles. Charles borrowed somebody's sister to go to prom with. I don't know what that is, Charles. Charles looks like he just peed in your coffee. Like Charles looks like he does something dirty to your hamburgers at McDonald's when you order. Charles looks like the kind of guy that would like stalk you online, doesn't he? Look. And look, I will say this though about Charles. I'm glad his dad let him use his suit. Look how big that suit is, bro. Charles had to bend down and put his hands in his pockets. Oh, Charles, that's a big ass suit, bro. Oh my God. Oh. Oh shit, this is so great. All right, are y'all ready? That's my prom picture. What? Oh shit, I'm killing him. I'm killing him. I am cold as ice. Don't say vanilla ice, bitch. You put some respect on it. That's third base. But yeah, this is my prom picture. I look like the Equate third base. I really do. And by the way, that phone, I didn't have no money to turn that phone on. That phone is fake as shit. You remember how you could buy just the antenna for your car? Remember? You didn't have like the cell phone in the car. You just had the antenna. That was it on the back. It just fronted back in the day. That was me. Like that one, you could buy fake flip phones with gum in them. That's what that is. That ain't even a real, that's not even on. I don't even have service. My beeper didn't either. So yeah, this is my prom picture. That's me getting ready to head to prom which I went to prom in my sister's Geostorm. Because, you know, I mean, I'm balling out of control with all this money that I have. So that's, let me see. Crystal said, Barry, you look like a triangle. Oh my God, Cece, that's the best. Chris Housewater said, you look like a waiter at a French restaurant. Hold on, bitches. Let me get this order. Hey, what's up? Oh, Barry's hair looked like a pencil eraser. Oh my God, that waist though. Hey, I ain't got that no more. Look at this. That's all gone. Let me get my phone. That was, nope, that ain't happening no more. Oh my God. That was the original phone call too. I don't know what they call a fade with actual fade. Yeah, that was the problem. I did it myself, man. I had to cut my hair myself. So Marcellus was our barber, but he didn't know how to cut white people's hair. So I couldn't get it done. It didn't work. Yes, Cool Breeze. Jersey Village Falcons, baby. TJ said that Houston Cellular Nokia brick phone is dope. Too bad it didn't work. Is that a cummerbund? Yes. That's what you rocked with a tuxedo, man. What is this? Styles his hair with a protractor. Yo, don't listen. That was dope back in the day. That was dope. Okay? This was 1992, bitches. 1990, that short ass jacket. Bitch, that jacket fit, okay? Don't be mad because I didn't get Charles Garza's great-great-grandfather's zoot suit and rock that shit, all right? Don't be hating. Oh my God, today was another day I forgot Barry was white. Matt Pache said, did you have a special bag for that cell phone? Nah, bro, you can put it anywhere. So that was my prom picture. Let me zoom out here because I posted a few more. That was my prom picture. This was, you guys have heard me talk a little bit about my foster brother, Dante, or AKA Touche. This was prom night. He actually was a junior. He was a fucking year behind me. But this dude was 6'4" as a junior in school. No, was he a senior with me? Anyways, yeah. Y'all hear me talk about my foster brother Touche or Dante, and because he went by Touche as a comedian on stage. But that is Dante for those of you that asks. My brother, by the way, rest in peace to Dante. And this was prom night with my prom date. Since everybody else posted a prom date picture, I'm gonna post a prom date picture as well. And all I'm gonna say. Look at that ass. Oh, what? I was killing them in high school. Oh my God, that is definitely senior in college booty, not senior in high school booty. I was killing it. I mean, I didn't kill it, nothing happened, but yeah. Aaron, let me tell you what, man. It was legendary. All right? Legendary. Chris Householder said, what's up with that misshaped ass moon? Bro, that was Clarence and them busted ass glasses. He cut that out for us. I'm telling you, Terrence, the ladies love the hair, bro. The ladies love the hair. It was some special shit. But see how skinny I was? God damn, I was skinny. Not no more. All right, so did she charge by the hour? Hey, come on now. TJ, you tried, buddy, but she's definitely not like that. Come on now. That's not a moon, that's a Pac-Man. Bro, that looks like a crescent wrench. What are you talking about? That don't even look like a moon. Hey, bring me that hex crescent wrench 11 millimeter. Like, what the fuck is that? Oh my God. So that's prom night. Now, let me see here. Chris Householder keeps telling me to scroll down. So we're going to do this live. I have no idea what's about to happen, but we're going to do this since we're here, and then we'll keep rolling because, damn, I got to get to break and get Kelly Iko on the phone. I'm scrolling. Where is it, house? All right, there's Lisa's deck. There's a picture. Oh. Oh my God. Oh. House, you are the best. KD, bro, you swear to God. It should have said Quaker Oats and shit. Instead of old fashioned, just at the bottom, you should have put and shit. Oh my God. KD, if this isn't your new profile picture, you ain't shit, bro. Oh, Quaker old Snoop Dogg looking ass. Oh my God. That is, oh God. So listen, folks, when I tell you to go sign up for the Discord, when I tell you that it's worth it, do me a favor. Go to patreon.com/Barry on Deck. Sign up. You can do so for as little as $2 a month. That's $24 a year to support me in the show and to be able to participate in stuff like that every day, all day. Oh, Sydney, girl, I cannot wait to see Walt. I am waiting to see Walt's prom picture. Oh my God, I feel like he had a tux and tails and a fucking high top shoes with fucking goldfish in them and with heels on. Oh, I can't wait for Walt's prom picture. So that's the Discord server. All right, listen. We didn't do much sports. God damn it, I don't care. Roasting y'all's prom pictures was worth it for me. I hope you enjoyed it, but I don't give a shit because that was for me, okay? I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. Oh my God, Katie. Whoo, I love you, buddy. And by the way, can I just take a second? I don't know if you wanted me to say this, and I'm not going to say why, but Katie, in all seriousness, you know why, but thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. I really appreciate you. Now here they come. Here they come. There'll be more where this came from, but we got to get to a break. I got to get Kelly Iko on the Skype phone. We're going to talk Rockets and everything basketball related. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. And I know there's only 74 of you left. Some of y'all bailed. It's okay. But this break, I took the Barry on Sports that we made earlier in the week and I made it your break video. So if you haven't seen it yet, stick around. I think you'll enjoy it. It's pretty funny. All right, we're back in 5 minutes with Kelly Iko. Don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. I'm Barry Laminack, and this isn't what happened in sports. It was a busy sports week last week. For the first time in history, games were played in the NFL, the NBA, MLB, and the NHL all in the same week, setting a record for most children ignored by their fathers. In NFL news, fans jeered players and coaches as they stood locked arm in arm at midfield during a moment of silence before the Texans-Chiefs game as a show of solidarity and support for social justice and racial equality. Chiefs fans booed as a way to let the players know that all the white people in Kansas City were united against this. All you heard was boo, 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 boo. And then Odell Beckham showed up and he was like, "What? Boo, boo? Where?" In case you missed it, a lady reported that Odell Beckham Jr. has a scat fetish, to which Cleveland Browns fans responded, "Big deal. We've been eating shit way longer than he has." Chiefs head coach and freezer section door Andy Reid got lots of attention for his face shield last week. That's what's known as a Cajun steamer. He looks like the dumbest welder ever. It's like he was a retired transformer, Jumbotron. When asked about the face shield problem, Reid explained he was just trying to see the game from the viewpoint of Texans head coach Bill O'Brien. New Patriots quarterback Cam Newton arrived before the game Sunday, I assume from the Banana Republic. He arrived with plenty of confidence and over 5 times the potassium of other quarterbacks. The Patriots' new favorite quarterback dressed as everyone's least favorite starburst. Wide receiver Demaryius Thomas was in the news when a woman claimed she and her dogs were attacked by his pit bulls. Damn, you know it's getting bad when your players' animals are committing domestic violence. The Rockets' Daniel House was suspended by the NBA mid-series for having a female COVID tester in his room for several hours. Man, NBA players must have great health insurance. I got COVID test in a drive-thru, not even a handy. After the Bucks were knocked out of the playoffs, Giannis Antetokounmpo unfollowed all of his teammates on Instagram, so damn, they got eliminated twice. In other sports news, a Kansas City Royals Pittsburgh Pirates baseball game was delayed because of an armed standoff between police and fans. Hot dog prices are really getting out of control. Florida State lost their home opener versus Georgia Tech in front of a mostly maskless crowd in Tallahassee. The final score was Florida State 13, COVID-19. This week, a House panel approved a bill to combat doping in horse racing. Officials became suspicious when they found out they were running on 2 horsepower, especially from the horse Needles McHeroin. They could tell the horses were on steroids because they were no longer hung like, well. And finally, researchers are offering a $1,900 grant for people to do nothing for a long period of time. It's great news for the Rockets, I guess. I'm Barry Laminack. That's not what happened in sports. All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. Oh my God, that was so much fun in hour number 1. I enjoyed the shit out of that. I hope you guys did too. Thanks for letting me roast your prom pictures. Maybe we'll do a round 2 of that next Friday if we get more prom pictures in the Discord server. We'll pick up where we left off. So if you want your prom picture roasted, put it in the Discord server, and we'll make it happen next Friday as well. Listen, guys, though, Kelly Iko, a little busy, running a little bit behind. So before we get to that, he's going to call into the show. I do want to tell you guys about Hemp Vita. Hemp Vita is a great product if you're looking for CBD to help you with any of the following things, because this is what CBD has been known to help for: inflammation, pain relief, insomnia, anxiety, seizures. If you just need help relaxing, all of that and more are problems that Hemp Vita could help you solve. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. Go to hempvitacbd.com right now and look at the products that Hemp Vita offers. They have a ton of products for you. And by the way, all of their cannabinoids, which is the CBD part of it, all of those organically grown in the United States. None of their products have THC in them, so you do not have to worry about failing a drug test because there's no, quote, weed in it. It's all just the benefits of the plant, the CBD, without the, quote, weed in it that gets you high. And it won't get you high, I promise you. I give these products to my cat. It doesn't get you high. It just does the things that I said. And I wanted to show you guys because I don't just talk about this. I live this life. All right. This is my Hemp Vita CBD gel that I talk about using with Nora and myself. This is it. This stuff works great. I love it. You should check it out. There's Kelly Iko calling. I'm going to add him in, but I'm going to finish this read real quick, Kelly. So just give me 1 second. But listen, CBD oil, CBD gel, gummies, it's all out there. Go to hempvitacbd.com. And when you do, make sure you use promo code DECKHEAD15 to save 15% on your order. And while you're online, do me a quick favor. Go to the Boiling Dragon website or check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Boiling Dragon on Facebook and Instagram, because Crystal Collins told you guys, man, the food is amazing. You're gonna love this. It's seafood with an Asian twist. They have boiled seafood flavors, including house original garlic butter and Thai basil. All of their dishes are made fresh. They're in the Pearland area, and they said that the community support has been amazing. So make sure you get out there and check it out, especially if you are south of I-10. 11625 Broadway Street in Pearland is where they're located. They have the off-the-menu chef specials, like I said. So check them out on Facebook and Instagram at Boiling Dragon. Now, all that said, joining me on the show now, the man himself, running a little behind, and that's okay, buddy. That's okay. Shit happens. Kelly Iko, what's up, dude? What are you doing?
What's going on, man? My bad. I have to get a little chop real quick. You know,
you had to get the haircut?
Yeah, I'm about to be on the show. Can't be looking rough.
Yeah, you don't want to have, the cuckleberries and all that. You got to get it all cleaned up.
Yeah,
you got the beard done too. I like it. Hey,
sir,
listen.
How you doing?
In hour number 1, I was roasting people in their prom pictures. Do you still have a prom picture?
Oh yeah, I got one.
Oh, can we see it? Are you going to be home before the show ends so that you can post a picture for us?
Yeah, I gotta find it. I'll look for it, but it's bad.
Oh no, bro! You should have seen some of these pictures. We had an 18th century Snoop Dogg. We had the tattoo from Fantasy Island who was dating an Amazon woman. It was the best, man. We had a dude who had a suit that was 9 sizes too big. My suit was 9 sizes too small. Oh no,
that was bad. That was bad.
Why? What was wrong? What was wrong with yours?
Suit was too big. It was too big, and it wasn't tailored right. And it was like last minute, so I didn't have time to take it back to the tailor and go get it altered. Plus my date, it was all. Oh my god!
Did you have like 7 feet of material bunched up on top of your shoes at the end? You know
on the shoulder pad.
We had one of those. I said, damn.
It was
one of the deckheads named Total Dallas. I said, it looks like a 6-year-old's body or head was photoshopped on a grown man's body. This big ass suit. Oh, that shit was great.
When he was in court, I looked like Mike Vick in court. That's why I look like that big.
You look like you went to court and lost. Oh, oh man. Well, what have you been up to since we last talked? What's been going on in your world?
Just trying to stay on top of this Rocket stuff that's going on. Obviously, the playoff exit. Now the coaching search. They got a big offseason ahead. A lot of choices to make.
Dude, lots of stuff. This is why I wanted you on because, in this city, and really, Kelly, I dare I say, you have become the go-to resource nationwide for the Rockets. No. Don't you start being humble now, goddammit. No, I won't allow it. Every time I see an article about the Rockets, they're quoting you and your sources and your posts in The Athletic. So don't, listen, you worked hard for this, Kelly.
I did.
You have busted your ass. I got to see the rise of Kelly Iko to become a Rockets insider. You should wear that badge with pride because every time there's an article, they may not mention you, but they say The Athletic. Well, we know who's that is. We know that's you.
Yes,
now,
sir.
But a lot of times I do see you mentioned. I do see you as the source for a lot of these rumors and information that come out. So props to you for building up what you've built up. But so let's start with the team, and we'll get to coaching and the front office and the NBA and beyond. But let's just start with the players. You have insight into what's going on in that locker room. What was it like in the hours and days following what happened in the playoffs for this team?
It wasn't good. Obviously, just the way that it all came crashing down in a week. I think going from game 1 where their spirits are riding high and they're thinking they can, maybe actually do this. And then to see the adjustments the Lakers made, games 2, game 3, game 4, game 5, it was just a complete flip flop. And the mood was bad. It felt like, remember during the season when they had that bad stretch and they had the players only meeting and the spirit was down? It just looked like their heads were hanging low. Just guys pointing fingers, guys shrugging their shoulders. It was a complete meltdown. I think it was even worse than last year, because last year, I mean, the Kevin Durant injury, obviously, it's still the Warriors.
Yeah.
And we've seen other teams in the past, whenever their star goes down, they actually play better. But this year, it was just, they didn't even show up. Like, coming from the first round where they actually struggled to win that series, but they got it done, with defense against the Thunder. You would think that, now they kind of woke up a bit and would see what they had to do, but that was bad.
Yeah, you felt like it carried over because they won game 1 and because they looked dominant. I mean, dare I say, they looked dominant in game 1, and then they just folded after that, and you don't know what happened. Of course, now it's LeBron James. But my question is, did these players get outplayed, or did Mike D'Antoni get outcoached, or both?
It's both. If you want to talk from Mike D'Antoni, he did get outcoached, because game 1 was, if you want to call it a feel-out game for both teams. You were supposed to see what adjustments to be made. Frank Vogel went small. Frank Vogel decided to, trap Harden and force the Rockets to beat them in 4-on-3 situations, trusting that their wrong defenders will be able to rotate and close out on shooters and make things difficult. And on the players, too, because they've seen the traps before. They've seen it plenty of times. They do know that teams will trap James Harden because he's such a lethal scorer. And it's up to the other guys to make things happen. And they didn't. I mean, at times they kind of broke it down, but for the vast majority of the series, they didn't. And that was the ultimate undoing of the team. So if you want to say a failure on both the players and the coaches, yeah, that's accurate.
Jeff Van Gundy at one point had pointed out where you could see that LeBron was guarding James, he would get on his left side and force him right, and then a double team would come. And so the adjustment that D'Antoni made for a short time, which Jeff Van Gundy pointed out, is that the other 4 Rockets would basically line up at the baseline, and there would be a guy on either corner, and then about midway between the corner and the bucket would be the other 2 guys. So you had literally 4 guys in a row with James up top, and you really couldn't double him because you would have to leave someone that was too far, right?
Yeah.
But they did that like 3 times and then abandoned it, and I don't know why why did that go away?
Part of it is if you're a player, I'm not an NBA player, but it seems like to me, when you do something so many times in a season, it gets ingrained into your memory. They're so used to a specific alignment. Like James likes to have 1 guy on the strong side of the court and 3 on the other side. Now, against the Lakers, you can't really do that, because if you're leaving 3 on one side, you're allowing the other defenders to come and trap. So what they did at times, where they would have James come down the middle of the floor, and they would have a 2-2 alignment, which is 2 guys on each side of the ball. So that prevents a trap from coming, and you can see it a mile away. So if a trap comes from the left to right, you can see and quickly move to the middle. But I don't know why they didn't, keep doing it. I think part of it is also, you don't want to, as much as the playoffs is about, X's and O's and chess matches, you do want to impose your will on the other team. And I feel like it was like an ego thing, or maybe the Rockets just felt like the Lakers are not going to come in and outclass us. So they wanted to go back to their style over and over again, and it wasn't working. And as the games go on, the minutes go on, the league gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and the hole gets bigger. So it was just like a crater effect. Like, just everything went downhill, and it just kept going.
If you had to, so we're talking about the players right now, because we're going to talk about D'Antoni and everything in a second. But to me, James kept up his end of the bargain, and which is weird for me to say, because I still said when this run was over with, maybe it's time to move on from James. But you can't. He still scored his 30, right? He still scored his points. His defense kind of waned in the last couple of games. It wasn't as good as it was, through the Thunder series and into the Lakers series. It faded, whether that was just, effort and morale or whatever. But I really feel like Russ is the guy that let this team down the most. We saw more crazy Russ than anything. We saw
Yeah.
more mistakes and turnovers, and he shied away from the moment, it felt like at times, and it was exposed for not being able to shoot from the perimeter. And that just, I felt like you had 2 MVPs on the court. One of them wilted, and it wasn't James this time. Is that accurate?
Yeah, part of it is Russ coming back too early from the injury. Part of it is him contracting COVID and us not knowing how that affected his game, for someone who relies on exposure. But a lot of it was just bad decision making. He kind of played into the Lakers' hands, where the Lakers kind of gave him the Dort treatment, where if you're on the corner of the wing, you can take all the shots you want. There was one game where the Rockets took just 33 threes and Russ took 8 of them. Like, that's a win for the defense. If Russ hits 5 of those threes, you tip your hat and say, good job, because he's not going to beat you from the outside. So, yeah, in that game 5, Russ did not show up at all. It was a bad game, and they kind of they really needed him to, have as big of a game as James, because James played good that game.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. So tell me if I'm crazy or not, because starting last year, towards the end of the year, and maybe even right after the playoffs, on The Usual Suspects, I started talking about it's time to move on from James Harden. And a lot of people lost their shit when I said that. And I think I'm not going to take credit for being the first to say that, but I was early on in saying, listen, there has been 2 things that have been consistent throughout the last 6 or so years on this team and all of their failures. One is James Harden and the other is Daryl Morey. So do you move on from one or both of those? And I said, look, you could trade James now and get value for him. Kelly, am I crazy? Am I an idiot for this take? Because it doesn't seem like this guy has the championship pedigree. He's great in the regular season, but it just doesn't seem like he has the formula to win, and people can't play with him. They've given him superstars and co-stars and supporting cast and 2 different coaches. And I just, am I nuts for saying that?
No, I mean, it's a great question to ask, because he has been there for so many years. After a while, we've seen this with other superstars around the league. After a while, if you're not winning, that question does get raised. Like, do you look to move on? If you're looking to rebuild, how much longer is this window realistically? Because Rockets have said this championship window has been open for this long, but has it really? Like, I'm not really sure if the window is as what they see. I feel like they see a different window than the rest of the league. That's fair to say, because, I mean, the way this team is constructed, they're not winning that championship. Like,
right.
And the reason why, because there's no plan B. Like, the plan A has gotten you. It's like if you want to run a race and the plan A has gotten you to 85% of that race, and you need the last 15 to do something different. They can't do something different.
Yep.
And that ultimately cost them, the playoffs. So do you look at James and say, he's 31 years old, he's still in the prime of his career, he's still a top 5 player, top 6 player, whatever you want to call it, he's still an MVP candidate? You can't get value for that. You can get a decent amount of value for that. But on the flip side, do you really want to rebuild? Because the point of rebuilding is to get back to that spot. So do you trust that you'll have somebody or some system that will get you back to that same plateau? It's tricky. That's why it comes down to that. But it is a question that will be raised. For sure.
Yeah. Do you think that they can win with James? Look, there's no question that they can win in the regular season. Can they win a title with James Harden?
They can. It's just they can't win that. They can't win that style, and it's a catch-22 because that style.
So you say small ball, the style of small ball.
Not just small ball, but the amount of times it's used and the style within small ball. Because there are teams that play small ball like the Warriors, but they don't play heavy ISO. They don't play, they move the ball. They have great offense. If you're going to play small, you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage. You can't then give the defense more advantage by having guys not moving, having guys not able to execute in advantage situations. So if they're going to play small, they can't win with James, but he needs to be surrounded by other playmakers, other scorers. Like, he can't do it by himself, and he can't do it with the rest scoring 10 points in a must-win game.
You know what it reminds me of in a lot of ways? It's like a better version of Coutinho and Mobley. If you remember those Rockets offenses, right? Mobley at times would take over, but you know, you had Steve Francis. I'm sorry, Francis and Mobley. But you had Steve Francis that was kind of the main, but it was ISO ball, and it was the same thing. The offense would get so stagnant, kind of like when Barkley was here. You would hear Jim Peterson on radio calls. He's backing it in, backing it in, backing it in, backing it in, and that was him playing ISO ball. And this ISO ball, you can tell the difference in the offense and how stagnant it gets, and the guys just waiting for something to happen and giving the defenses the opportunity to attack. It's almost like defenses get to be offensive when the Rockets go to ISO ball. I don't understand why they fell back into that, because when you look at game 1 of that Lakers series, there was movement. There was ball movement. There was body movement. There was movement in this offense. There was life to it. And then they abandoned that. And, you know, to your point about the Golden State Warriors, a lot of people, and I said this, and maybe you tell me if I'm crazy, but they said, well, the Warriors run small ball, like you said, and that's true. But the difference is their superstar and superstars move without the ball, right? I mean, Steph Curry runs through picks, he runs screens, he's active. I mean, he's catching on the pass and shooting. There's no dribbles, there's no ISO, there's no waiting. And that's a big difference to me. And this offense just gets stagnant when James has the ball in his hands.
Yeah. You know, I think that's going to be the biggest thing for whoever is the new head coach, because a lot of people do not coach how Mike D'Antoni coaches, and it has worked for them. Like it's made him the winningest coach in Rockets history. It's gotten them to 4 straight playoff appearances. You know, all past the first round. But there's going to have to be a change. You're not going to win like that. If you go look at the past champions, the last 10, 15 years, it's ball movement, it's player movement, it's off-ball actions. It's simple but complex things. And they're going to have to go through that period of reflection where, look, like, it's not working. Like, that's going to be the first step to them. Before any player comes, before any coach comes, they're going to have that internal reflection and say, look, maybe this isn't working. What do we do? How do we pivot? That's going to be the biggest sign for me to see if Houston is actually serious about being up there with the best of the best.
So who do you think, you brought up coaching, who do you think is going to be the next coach of the Houston Rockets?
It's a great question. It's two-part, because one, the Rockets want somebody legit. But to get someone legit, you have to pay that money. And the reason why Mike D'Antoni left, because you didn't give him that money. So it's like, it's so ironic. Like, if Houston wants to play small ball, they also want to have a good coach, and they don't want to pay the money. Like, how's that going to work?
Yeah.
Like, to me, I think people like Jeff Van Gundy, you hear names like Van Gundy, you hear names like Sam Cassell, you hear names like Tyronn Lue, Kenny Atkinson, Chris Finch, who was here before. Those are all names, but it's really going to come down to value. Because remember, Tyronn Lue didn't take the Lakers job because he didn't feel the value, the money was right. So if you're not going to pay Mike D'Antoni, $5, $6, $7 million, are you going to pay it to Tyronn Lue?
Yeah.
It depends. It really comes down to ownership and how they see fit. But personally, I want to see them go in a different direction. If they're going to go somebody big, Tyronn Lue makes sense. Sam Cassell, John Lucas, people like that.
Do you think they stay internal and go John Lucas or the other assistant, the offensive assistant coach under D'Antoni?
Brett Gunning, or it would be wise it depends. If you're looking for somebody in the now just as a stopgap, or somebody that just knows the team and has a respect, then go internally. Go look at John Lucas. Great track record. He was like the unofficial player liaison for
players. Love him. Him.
Respect him. He knows the system in and out. He's been in every position. He's been a GM. He's been a coach. He's been an assistant coach. He's been a star player. He's been to every situation. So he can relate to every kind of player there is in this league. So, me personally, I think John Lucas should be it. But I could also see them going, outside the box, getting someone like Sam Cassell and bringing him back, bringing in Tyronn Lue, and someone that will bring a championship pedigree who's actually won it before. Where you look at guys like Kenny Atkinson and stuff, you wonder if they can relate to the stars, because if you remember how he felt in Brooklyn, wasn't the greatest with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant wasn't even playing. So, do you trust Kenny Atkinson with those kind of players like Russ and James with very big personalities?
And very volatile personalities.
Do you they can be volatile? So do you trust that to happen? So it's really going to come down to the vetting process and how they see fit. But it will be a heavily influenced Morey decision, whoever the next coach will be.
Well, and that's the thing. I had a question on Monday after this series of who really is the reason why Mike D'Antoni declined to come back. Was it Daryl Morey or was it Tillman Fertitta? And I think as the week went on, you started to realize, I think it was Tillman Fertitta who fucked this up. I think it was him who didn't want to spend the money and thought he made a good offer. It was incentive laden. And I said, listen, you got to pay guys for what they've done, not for what you think they should do, especially a guy like Mike D'Antoni. Now, if you're bringing in a Sam Cassell or you're giving a guy or a gal, Becky Hammond, their first opportunity as a head coach, then sure, give them an incentive-laden contract, but not a Mike D'Antoni. Why haven't we heard more of Becky Hammond's name individually for this job?
It's a great question. It's still early, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a wide pool of candidates. I'm pretty sure at some point she probably will interview. But yeah, it's a good question. I'm not sure. She's a great coach, phenomenal basketball mind. She needs to be talking about more.
Is she going to get a head coaching job, Kelly?
She
Because,
should.
we keep talking about Sam Cassell's and, Tyronn Lue's coming back, these retreads of head coaches like Tyronn Lue's and Jeff Van Gundy's, and which is normal in the coaching circles, and it doesn't matter what sport, whether it's baseball, football, or basketball, you're always going to get these retread hires. But, my thing was, I said the Rockets need to go out and find, one, the next James Harden or the next Jason Tatum, Bradley Beal, not Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler, these young stars that are leading their teams through the playoffs. And you need to go out and find the next Brad Stevens, the next coach. And I feel like Becky Hammond is sitting there, and I don't know if teams, do you think it's because teams are worried, and maybe the Rockets are like, I don't know if our stars will respect her enough because she's female. Is that a legitimate concern?
I mean, who knows? It's a fair assessment though, but she does garner a ton of respect around the league. Anybody that talks about her, Greg Popovich holds her in very high regard.
Everything I've seen, every player that's played for her has had nothing but glowing, like they do for Sam Cassell, like they do for, John Lucas. And then, but her name will get mentioned, but it almost feels like a throw in, like, oh, yeah, let's mention the female so we look woke. It's not really a legitimate, you know what I mean? It's not like they're legitimately like, well, she's a top-notch candidate. They say it to be woke, but I feel like if you talk to people in that organization, they think if she doesn't get an offer somewhere else, she's the heir apparent to Pop.
Yeah. There should be more. There should be more women. There should be more blacks. There should be, more minorities that are up for these jobs, rather than the same old nonsense every time. Same old circle. But yeah.
Speaking of that, and I'm glad you brought that up because I did want to transition at some point into the NBA from the Rockets. But you mentioned the fact of African American head coaches, female head coaches. What are your thoughts on the Steve Nash hire? Because a lot of people were up in arms about that, and a lot of people got upset about the fact that he leapfrogged a lot of African American coaches that had experience. And what was your take on that? What was your assessment? And do you think it was a good hire? And do you think that it was not done properly?
I think the Steve Nash hire was done in part to cater to millennial fans. With Brooklyn being a team that is not new, but still, it's not as old as the Lakers. They're going into new territory in 2020 beyond. They want to market to a new fan base. Steve Nash is a sexy hire for them. But do I feel like he might have gotten opportunities that other black coaches did? Of course I do. It's happened time and time again. I just don't know how you, unless we have more insight into the actual interview process, we'll never understand what goes on behind the scenes. But yeah, I mean, there's no way you can look at it and not say, is it fair? Is it unfair? Because we don't know. Of course, he has credentials, being a great NBA player, but he's never, apart from the role he had with the Warriors, which is, I guess, player development or something like that. He hasn't really had a coaching job. And that's a big ask. We've seen that with Luke Walton, how you bring a young player, a young man in his late 30s, early 40s, come to a team and him have to deal with getting players' respect. Now, Steve Nash has to go for because he's a 2-time MVP. That's different than Luke Walton, who is, just a role player. But I don't know. I would have liked to see, maybe a Steven Silas in that role, or a Tyronn Lue. Tyronn Lue would have been great for them, especially for Kyrie Irving.
Let me ask you, Kelly. His name comes up so much, and maybe I'm just ignorant to basketball. I just felt like Tyronn Lue was a benefactor of having LeBron James on his team because what he did afterwards was unimpressive, right? Like, and it has nothing to do with race to me. It has to do with skills and abilities because I felt the same way about Eric Spoelstra until this year. And now you're like, oh shit, this guy can coach. Like Eric Spoelstra is a beast on the bench. And we've learned that because without the big three, without, them carrying him to championships and making him look great, which is what I thought. I thought Eric Spoelstra was a Tyronn Lue and Tyronn Lue was an Eric Spoelstra. Like I thought, well, they're all benefiting from LeBron James and D Wade and Chris Bosh and whatnot and Kyrie and whatever. But Eric Spoelstra has Jimmy Butler and a bunch of really good role players. But his coaching, more than anything, is carrying that team, the decisions that he makes, the things he says to the players at the right times. Am I crazy in thinking Tyronn Lue was a benefactor of what James Harden did? But I don't see it. And maybe I'm just ignorant. I don't know. Is he that good of a coach?
To your point, a coach sometimes can only be as good as what's around you. If you look at Michael Malone right now with Denver, when he was with Sacramento, he got ran out of town in Sacramento, and now you see him in the conference finals with Denver. But when people talk about Tyronn Lue's coaching credentials, he can coach. Tyronn Lue does a good job of getting the right people around him. Now, obviously, without LeBron, it's going to be everything. But there have been a number of bad white coaches and other that haven't been up to snuff. So I think Tyronn Lue does deserve as fair a chance as anybody. He does have a ring to show for it. So like a lot of coaches that have gotten jobs before him don't. So it really comes down to fair chances and fair opportunities. But like I said, as long as we don't know what's being asked in those interviews, we can only speculate.
No, it's a good point because I didn't think about the fact that, Eric Spoelstra, after the big three broke up, D Wade is gone and things, he had the opportunity to grow again. Where Tyronn Lue was like, well, no, you shit the bed one season without LeBron. You gotta go. But I feel like maybe the part that I'm missing on Tyronn Lue is the fact that the players respect him, and I think everybody in the league seems to respect him enough to say, yeah, he's qualified. I just felt like and maybe it was just the stuff I was being fed from other media sources that he was LeBron's guy because LeBron was really the coach of that team. That's kind of how it was portrayed, at least online and in the media.
Yeah, that's LeBron is the best player in the world. So anywhere he goes,
they're
gonna say he's the smartest player ever. So they're gonna say that regardless of who's head coach. You could put Steve Kerr there. They will still say LeBron is gonna be the coach whenever it comes down to the nitty gritty. But it is gonna be a really interesting process for Houston because they're gonna have to see one. The good thing about Mike D'Antoni and during those years is there was synergy between Morey, D'Antoni, and Harden. Now you're going to have to decide, who that next link will be, because this is going to be. You only have 3 more years of this contract left, Harden's contract, and I don't know if he's going to stay after all these 3 years, or if he even lasts these 3. I have no idea. They might just ship him tomorrow. Like you never know. Like the NBA windows are so fleeting. Like the championship chasing is so unpredictable and volatile. You can be gone in a second like that. So.
Are you buying into the JVG as a good option? Not with this team, not as constructed, not with these egos. I can't see Jeff Van Gundy's defensive first mentality. It doesn't seem like a fit to me.
No, even if you listen to him commentate, there are times during that commentary where they'll actually put their own beliefs inside the game. And Jevin Gunn does not believe in small ball. I don't
No.
care what it tells you.
No.
Does not believe in it. He's not gonna do it. He doesn't want a heavy ISO. He's not gonna do it. So I don't think that would work.
He has a reputation built on Patrick Ewing and Anthony Mason. There's no way he thinks that a 4 and 5 guard system is ideal. I just don't see it, but that's whatever. Let's talk a little bit about the NBA playoffs, man. We're down to 4 teams. Lakers and Nuggets, Heat and Celtics. Celtics seem to be imploding. Is there reason for concern after what happened with Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown in that locker room over there in Boston?
Yeah, there should be. That's the worst time that you want to have those big arguments in the conference finals down 2-0, because now instead of you guys worrying about getting back on track game 3, and because you were right there, you lost by 5 points. Now you're worrying about, can we keep these guys civil, because Mark Smart's gonna let you hear it. He's not gonna back off from anywhere.
Not gonna hold back.
He's gonna let you hear it. So now you see, and this is why I picked Miami way back in February, because they have the defenders capable of just bothering you.
Yeah.
They can just bother you. And Jimmy Butler, I didn't see this from Jimmy Butler. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you knew he was good, but damn,
I knew he was good, but I didn't see this. I didn't see this.
And credit where credit is due.
Being this good.
When I had you on the show, I don't know, a month or 2 ago, we were talking NBA and we were talking, and we were talking about who you think is the best. And of course, everybody talked the Bucks, but you were quick to point out. I'm telling you right now, you said, watch out for the Heat. This is a good bet. I was like, nobody gives a damn about the Heat. Eric Spoelstra can't coach. Jimmy Butler? Come on, man. Bro, you nailed it with the Heat. And it looks like they're going to be representing the East. Can they beat? I mean, I think everybody's assuming the Lakers beat the Nuggets. Is that a fair assumption? Do you give the Nuggets a chance to beat the Lakers in a 7-game series?
You give them a chance for sure. No, you can't just count them out. They just beat the Clippers.
I mean, look, I feel like LeBron James, Jamal Murray, give me James. AD, Nikola Jokic, give me AD. And then we can talk about role players. Give me the depth. Give me Rondo. Give me, Kuzma. Give me the depth of the Lakers. And then let's talk about the fact that Frank Vogel outcoached Mike D'Antoni. Like, I feel like everything says advantage Lakers. The Lakers might steal. I mean, the Nuggets might steal 1 or 2. Are we destined for a Lakers Heat finals? Is that where we're headed?
That's how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm taking it. I think it's already written. Lakers Heat.
What does Denver have to do to beat the Lakers? What can they and what do they have to do? Because they can't go big. The Lakers can match them with that. We've seen if they go small, what the Lakers can do going small. How do you beat the Lakers?
They have to win the minutes where LeBron sits. That's going to come down to. The Rockets failed to do that. Whenever LeBron was sit, they would stagger those lineups, and that was supposed to be. Remember when Chris Paul was here? That was why the Rockets were so good, because when James was sitting, Chris Paul was leading them to at that efficient level and even higher. It hasn't been that way with Russ, but for Denver to be in this series, they'll need Jamal Murray to be at his best. They're going to need the threes to go down, because the Lakers are not that good of a three-point shooting team, but against the Rockets, they hit a ton of those threes. Now, against Denver, I don't think we'll see them hit that many threes. They go back to their normal level in the regular season. But I will say this: I think Denver has a chance of taking 1-2 games off this series just because they're so good, they're so well coached, and they move the ball so well where they'll be able to get them on a bad shooting night or whatever. But the odds are against them.
Yeah. So are we past the 3-star era? Because we talk about. It seems like every team moved on from the big 3 to the big 2 because getting a big 3 was almost impossible. But now you see, you've got Katie and Kyrie, you've got Russ and James, you've got LeBron and AD, you've got now, just using current teams, Jamal Murray and Jokic, and Dame and, why am I blanking on his name? His backcourt mate. CJ McCollum. Yeah. Are we in the Big 2 era again of NBA stars?
Yeah, it's just having a Big 3 is too restricting on your cap. It doesn't allow you to make other moves you want to make unless you're just going to fill out with veteran minimum contracts. You need to have decent role players. And we're seeing the Heat, Jay Crowder, people like Derrick Jones Jr., people like Bam Adebayo, who's going to get paid soon. I will say
Oh,
that.
that block
But
got him paid, didn't it?
yeah, you need guys around your 2 stars or your 1 star if you want to play like that. But yeah, I do like who Denver has around Jokic and Jamal Murray. I like Gary Harris. He had an up and down year. I like Paul Millsap. He's kind of regressed. They have some guys on the team. It's a good team.
Speaking of that, in total, Dallas said in the chat, Luka and Porzingis. What's next for the Mavs? Because you feel like if we're talking big twos, Luka and Porzingis is a damn good big two. What was the issue with the Mavs this year? Why did they not do better?
Just their defense. Defense is terrible.
Yeah.
It can only having a killer offense and a bad defense can only take you so far. And against the Clippers, they were just undone by that. But the Mavs just need more. They need more help. Tim Hardaway Jr. is good, but he's streaky. Luka can't just do it all by himself. You saw him; he was pounding the ball every possession, having to force up something at times. And the games where it got tight in overtime and late in the fourth quarter, he was taking bad shots because that's all they're not going to run a play for Trey Burke or Dorian Finney-Smith. Like, it's not going to happen. You need someone else that can be a reliable scorer. I would love to see like a Chris Middleton over there. I would love to see like a Chris Paul over there. Like, just something like.
Could you? Oh my God! If you added Chris Paul to the Mavs,
that's a team right there.
Oh my God! To give them the leadership they need. Forget about it. Now, you mentioned the Clippers, and that was another topic I wanted to talk to you about, was Doc Rivers specifically. This should have been, everybody felt like, the Clippers' year. I mean, at one point, once the bubble started back, I think they became the favorite to win it all. Over the Lakers, over the Bucks. When you talk about Kawhi and Paul George and that bench, you got 2 6-men of the year. They could have been co-6-men of the year, or were they? Was it co-6-men of the year?
No. This season?
Yeah.
No, it was just Montrezl.
So, but they were saying like it might as well have been, right? Because they were 1-2,
yeah.
But then you got Bev, and you had offense, you had defense, you had clutch with Kawhi, and don't get me started on playoff Paul and all that bullshit. But then Doc Rivers, whose fault was this in this Clippers organization? Because now they're like, we didn't expect to win a championship this year. Bullshit. Whose fault is this? Who do you blame?
Pandemic P. It's his fault.
Their second star.
You can't give yourself a nickname, man. You can't.
No, that's like the golden rule. You don't get to pick your nickname, right?
Nope. Can't do it.
You can't be Scoops Iko. Like, no one's gonna be like, yo, I'm Scoops Iko, and that. No, bro, you don't get to pick that nickname.
You don't get to do that. But I think it was a chemistry thing for them. They have no excuse for not getting it done. I will put it. They were up 3-1, a much better team on paper and on the court.
Yeah,
it was just a failure. It was a failure, and that happens in the playoffs. But it sucks for Doc Rivers being the third time he's gone down after being up 3-1. That's crazy. That never happens.
Is it going to cost him his job? Is he maybe held in too high regard as a coach?
It might. It just might.
Should it?
Ballmer's not going to be happy at all. That is embarrassing. That was really embarrassing. If you just go back and watch the last 5 minutes of that game, the body language, just the despair on the team's faces, it looked bad.
Should it cost him his job? I mean, if you're the Clippers, would you look elsewhere?
I would give him more time with the group. I wouldn't, but it should be on the hot seat for sure. Like, you have to get it done. You can't squander away those years of people's problems like that. Kawhi, and you can't do that.
So I didn't realize that's his third loss.
But Kawhi also too. He came up real short.
Yeah.
In that game 7.
Yeah, and there was a lot of talk about the way he carried Toronto to a title last year and the way he was clutch. And, you could count on him. And he, not that he wasn't considered a superstar already, but he entered that elite superstar level status with last year. And then this year, it's like all that work that he did was for naught. And everybody's like, well, he's back to just being a star, a really good player that shit the bed when it mattered.
It's it's different circumstances, obviously. But if you go back to that last year's run, I mean, what team did he beat in the finals? It was a historic performance for him. Don't get me wrong, but he's also playing the 2 games without Clay, without K. Like it's not that hard to scheme for. You just play box and one on Steph and let anybody else beat you. That's
Yeah.
pretty easy. Um, but this year, um, like I said, it's gonna take it's gonna take time for those guys to learn each other outside the court. That would help them on the court. I feel like it was sort of like the Chris Paul James thing, bringing those 2 guys together. Except that the first pairing, Chris Paul and James, was more of a harmonious because the way they play ball styles. Whereas the Clippers, they two are the same thing. They're 2-way wings. Like they need a point guard there to handle that. They need Chris Paul. Man, that's who needs Chris Paul. The
Could you
Clippers, they need someone
imagine? Any
Well, that's
chance
not
that
happening.
happens? Chris is never going back to the Clippers,
He's
right?
never going back there. But they could use someone like him for sure. Like they need a real playmaking guard that can help distribute the ball with those wings and keep things on the same page because that's where it went wrong. Like Kawhi trying to do his own thing, PG trying to do his own thing, and then that's what happened.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to consider chemistry when you add these stars, right? Like you can't just be like, well, it's 2 big names, let's throw them together.
Yep.
If they're not on the same page, like we saw with Chris Paul and James Harden, like we saw with James Harden and Dwight Howard, well, it's like a pattern going here. If they're not on the same page, then yeah, it can cause problems, right? What is your assessment of how the NBA has done with this bubble, right? Like we've heard some things about the Phoenix Suns and we've heard some things about other stuff that's happened, but what is your assessment about what the NBA has done and the job they've done with the bubble and keeping everybody safe?
Pretty good job. Great job of keeping everybody safe. No cases. That was the biggest thing. Because if there was one case, this whole thing could have come crashing down. Because a lot was on the line. This was a risk that they took. They did a great job of that. But as you're hearing now, I don't think it's going to be the thing going forward, like the bubble situation. Like it'll probably be somewhere like we see the NFL. Like you'll go to your other arena, the other team's arena, you'll still be able to travel, stuff like that.
You say
But
next year, or going
think
into
so.
the finals?
No, I think next season,
Okay.
you'll be able to see teams travel to other arenas. Like the Rockets will play at Toyota Center. It might not be a lot of fans there, but they'll still be able to. It won't be a bubble situation.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Like, I mean, hopefully by the time basketball season starts up again, there's the vaccine and we can stop wearing these fucking masks and we can all get out and get back to normal. God, I'm so ready to get back to normal. I mean, I feel like I spend 90% of my life in this chair in this room. I don't leave the house. Like, this is it. Like, I literally leave the house to go grocery shop and get my hair cut every 2 weeks. And I really should be going every week, but I can't afford it anymore. But that's it. Like, how often are you getting out and about? Do you get out a lot?
No, like this haircut I got today I ain't got a haircut in like 4 months.
Oh, God damn. I'm glad you did it, boy. You'd have been tore up on this.
Yeah, man, I don't go nowhere, man. I just be in the house like you, man.
Does it make it harder to do your job as a writer? Because, being in the locker room and being around the players, does this make it harder for you?
Initially, but you adapt with the Zoom thing and everything. You just have to rely on your relationships more. But it's okay now. Season's over, so that shit don't even matter.
It's interesting you said that, Kelly, because when you started, you had 0 relationships, right? Like, I mean, you literally had nothing. You wanted to write, you wanted to cover the NBA, you wanted to cover the Rockets. I'm sure you were like, I don't know how I'm going to make this happen, but I'm going to make this happen. How does a young writer like yourself begin to develop relationships with, because it's not just about relationships with players, it's about relationships with their people. That's a lot of times where the sources become sources. It's not necessarily, it's not the player, it's the player's agent, manager, handler, security guard. How did you start to develop those relationships? Did you have advice? Did you figure it out? Like, how did you do that?
You just got to be really hands-on. You got to start from the bottom. A lot of times people, they might not want to talk to the G League player. They might not want to talk to the 2-way player or the guy in a 10-day contract. Those are the guys you need to talk to because people in that locker room, they see, they watch. The veterans, if they see a young player getting some love, or talking to a media person or something, they're gonna be like, okay, I see what he's doing. And if you're not coming with them with some ulterior TMZ angle, or trying to just be a tabloid or anything, they'll respect it. They respect the craft. People, just as you respect them doing their job, they respect you doing your job if you do a good job.
Okay.
So for anybody, for any young person in there trying to make it, just talk to people. Don't be afraid. That's the biggest. I can talk to anybody. I don't care who you are. I give you turn me down, you turn me down. But I'm gonna approach you. It's just courtesy. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. Like, we just have different jobs to do. We just get paid a shitload of money to do your job.
Yeah. Way more than we do to do ours, right?
Yeah. And so it's just about being able to connect with people on different levels, like whoever it is. If it's because you'd be surprised at how much in common you might have with some of these folks when you actually get to talk to them.
You had a really good relationship with Capella, didn't you?
Yeah.
How is that now? I mean, he's gone, and obviously seems almost to be forgotten.
I actually talked to his manager a couple of days ago. He called me a couple of days ago. He's doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, he wanted to play after being traded. He didn't want to be traded at all. He never wanted to be traded. It was devastating for him.
I bet.
But with him being in Atlanta now, him getting the chance to, I guess, spread his wings, because he was always kind of blamed in Houston. If you ever look at how they would actually talk about him, he was actually kind of picked on, like, because he was like the scapegoat. Because you're not gonna shout at James, you're not gonna shout at Chris, you gotta shout at Clint Capella,
yeah,
and or D House, like that. Those guys were the outlets for Mike D'Antoni's frustration. And anytime he was pissed off, Clint getting yanked, House, like, that's how it was. So
not getting the game.
And if you go back and watch Clint Capella's Hawks press conference, the first one, he said at times it felt like he was always the bad guy. He was always getting picked on. So that was pretty eye-opening. But yeah, he's doing good. It's good to see that.
Well, you mentioned House, and we've got 3 minutes left before I have to cut you loose and let you get back to your busy life. Let's talk about the Daniel House situation and what happened in the bubble. What is your sources like? What really went down? Because on the one hand, we heard, and the public heard, that he had a COVID tester. He had contact with a COVID tester. And then other people are saying, I saw where they were like, no, none of that is really true. None of that took place. What did you hear? What really happened with Daniel House?
That's the most bizarre thing I've ever heard in my life. Just the timing and everything. What I heard was the same thing that's on the report. That the COVID after hours or whatever. But it was just unfortunate because it might have cost him a lot of money.
Do you think they cut him? Chris Householder in the chat says, do they cut Daniel House? Is he done as a Rocket because of that?
It's tricky. He's on a team-friendly contract, and he's a relatively young player who's only getting better. I don't see why he would come from a basketball standpoint. But just looking at what the players were saying, how Harden was saying, how it just let them all down, how Mike D'Antoni couldn't even talk about it. It was really bad for them. And they treated him like a little brother all year. And for him to let them down like that at the most important time of the year is really eye-opening. Now, do they cut him? It really comes down to ownership. This season's already done and gone. I think the Clippers losing gave them a lot of it was good for Houston because, had the Clippers were the team that them and other teams thought were going to be, it. So them losing in the second round just showed that everything isn't just guaranteed. So I think on that note, House could be okay. But he's going to be in a lot of hot water. It's going to be, that was bad. It was just bad timing. It's bad for the organization.
Well, his
and
wife
it's also bad for other teams. It's also bad for other teams who might have been looking to sign you.
Yeah. His wife wasn't happy either. I didn't know he was married. I was like, oh, shit. I thought he was just like a young single cat playing basketball. He's married.
Man, 27 years old.
Bro, what are you doing? She's about to get half. Did you see what she did on her IG?
No.
She deleted every picture of them together and then posted a picture of a plant. a new little plant that's just started growing. She put, "You reap what you sow." I was like, "Oh, bro, you risked it all for the nookie. You are done,
I didn't see
house.
that.
She's about to get half of your shit. You better go get paid because you better whatever you want. You better double it because she's gonna get half of it. So if you want 10, you better get 20, bro.
That's terrible. That's terrible, man.
Man, again, you risking it all for the stuff. It don't work.
I
Hey,
mean, but
go ahead.
it's crazy because I don't think he's the only person. He might have been the person that got in trouble by the NBA, but I don't think he's the only person.
Oh, do you have info, Kelly?
I don't got nothing. But
Come on, come on now, give me the scoop right here on Barry on Deck. Come on, bro, give it to me, man. Let's go. Let's make news together, Kelly. Throw me a bone.
Just do the math. You really think it's 22 teams in the bubble, 22 teams have 50 people on their roster? You really think out of what, almost over 300 people, you really think one person is good? That's not realistic.
Here humping up on a COVID tester. Listen, how can the people? We gotta go. How can the people follow you on social media? Do I have it right? At Kelly Iko.
Kelly Iko NBA, KELLYIKO NBA, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to The Athletic. We have a great special, $1 a month right now. Subscribe for your latest content. It's going to be a big off season. We got to stay on top of it. I'll be there every step of the way.
Are you still doing the Brody and the Beard podcast?
Yeah, Brody and the Beard. Follow me and Mo twice a week. We got an episode dropping today. Yeah, today. So just keep up with everything.
And here's the thing, like you're gonna instead of reading it on Bleacher Report or one of these other sites that copy Kelly's work and credit him, just go pay $1 a month to read The Athletic and beat them to the punch. You can read it when he posts it instead of reading it on Bleacher Report hours and days later. Man, Kelly, I appreciate this. I was waiting to get to the bottom of the Rockets and I knew there was nobody better on this planet to give me this info than you, buddy. I appreciate you. The hair looks good.
Sure.
Enjoy your weekend, man. Thank you for being here.
My man. Appreciate you.
That's it. Kelly Iko is the man. I appreciate him spending some time with me talking Houston Rockets. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I had a good time. Thanks for letting me roast your prom pictures. That's it. Now, we didn't get to lawn talk. Don't think I forgot. Here's the deal. Keith Sager, I know you've pitched in $5 for lawn talk. Chris Householder, I know you had questions for lawn talk. We're gonna do it Monday. I know, I'm a crazy man. What? We're gonna do our lawn talk on Monday. I owe you that. I promise you that. I didn't forget. We just ran out of time. I was having too much fun roasting y'all's old asses at prom. Guys, thank you so much for being here this week. I hope you had a good week. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope that you are good to each other. I hope that you get everything you want in life, at least for a day. Thank you so much, man. I'll see y'all on Monday. You guys know what to do. Be safe. Be kind. Most importantly, love each other. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Daddy's making a YouTube video!